USC coaching blunder put JuJu, Watkins in harm's way in DeMita's shocking revelation. JuJu Watkins is at the top of the world after USC's recent win against UConn. Avenging the Trojans' Elite Eight loss from March was important because it would have been their first Final Four appearance since 1986 had they won. And as it just so happened, the team ended up making history by defeating the Huskies for the first time in program history. Watkins shone with 25 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 blocks. But while coach Lindsay Gottlieb was also lauded, DeMita has some chinks in their armor to point out. Watkins outshone UConn's Paige Bueckers as both defended each other throughout the game, both sides aggressive and neither giving in the entire game. While this game may have been different, DeMita did point out a general flaw from Gottlieb's side that she believes should be corrected: give JuJu Watkins less playing time. One of the criticisms of JuJu or of the USC team, and this I personally think goes to coaching and not JuJu, they are keeping her in, and this game is not an example of that. They are keeping JuJu in even at the end of games. Even when they are up 30, 40, 50 points. And in one of those games, JuJu did leave with an injury. Luckily, she's back now. It was something minor, DeMita continues. In their game against Elon University on December 15th, the USC sophomore rolled her ankle while going for a rebound in the fourth quarter. She seemed to be in visible pain as she limped off the court and headed to the locker room. Although she didn't return to the game that night, the sophomore guard is of course doing fine now. But as DeMita says, USC cannot afford to lose the only star player that helped them tremendously in her freshman year alone. Remember the aforementioned Elite Eight appearance and the almost final for that would have been? But nevertheless, Gottlieb has been under fire for her coaching versus Ole Miss and Notre Dame. The loss to the Fighting Irish was a devastating blow, but Gottlieb did deliver big against UConn as needed. California roots threatened JuJu Watkins' NCAA road to rivaling Caitlin Clark. However, DeMita also made another observation about Watkins being always compared to Caitlin Clark. JuJu Watkins is not like Caitlin Clark, claims DeMita. When Caitlin Clark graduated from Iowa this year, Paige Bueckers and JuJu Watkins were seen as the obvious successors to carry on the legacy of women's basketball. While Bueckers is expected to go pro next year, it will be the USC star who will have the spotlight focused on her. And the current goal that the media seems to have set for her is to surpass Clark's scoring record. But DeMita says there has been this narrative around JuJu of, oh wait, she's going to break Caitlin Clark's scoring record. I don't think it's right. If the coach thinks to keep her in some of these games to make sure that she can stat pad and she can get those points, I don't think that's what JuJu needs for the development of her game, and once again that's another added pressure of this Caitlin Clark model that everyone needs to get to or to beat Caitlin Clark. What Gottlieb needs to do, per the analyst, is let the Trojans guard develop her game and figure out her own style. Coming back from the holidays, Gottlieb will have her task cut out for her if she is to follow this advice. Because whatever their success rate, keeping JuJu Watkins injury-free is the top priority, and giving her less time on the court when the Trojans don't need her is the first step. USC Trojans superstar JuJu Watkins earns second Big Ten Player of the Week honors. The USC Trojans women's basketball team beat number 4 UConn and Paige Bueckers 72-70. It was a bit of a revenge game for the women of Troy as the Huskies defeated USC in last season's Elite Eight matchup in the 2023 NCAA tournament. USC guard JuJu Watkins had one of her best games of the season in the win, and for her efforts, she was named the Big Ten Player of the Week. In a game that's been highly anticipated since it was announced, Watkins scored 25 points, a game high, with 56% shooting percentage in one of her most effective nights on the season on the offensive end. She tacked on 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 blocks in the win. It was exactly the type of game that USC needed heading into Big Ten play. Watkins outdueled fellow superstar Bueckers, who had 22 points in the losing effort.